Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and I will be right back with Getting to Know You episode 42, as well as announcing last week's subscriber of the week. I'll see you in a sec. Natalie's Closet. Okay, so welcome back everyone. As I said, this is Natalie with Natalie's Closet, and today we are doing Getting to Know You episode 42, which, yes, I know normally gets uploaded on Friday, but I had made a post on my Facebook group as well as on my community tab that for those of you that didn't know, my dentist appointment had been moved from this past Wednesday to tomorrow, and it was a really long day, and I just was not up to having to record a video with the way my mouth was feeling. Now, it's still bad and it's still hurting, and it's been a long day again. It's Sunday though, but I'm actually going to be recording this video as well as Monday and Wednesday's video, because tomorrow I'm not going to have time before my appointment, and then I'm going to have my appointment, and I can tell you I'm not going to be really into wanting to record a video because both sides of my jaw are going to be worked on. And then Wednesday, I've got a ton of stuff going on, and I'm afraid I just am not going to have the time, and who knows how, so I figured I'll go ahead and do it all today, just get it done with, suck it up. And so if I'm not as animated with stuff, that's why. But I'm going to try to not look like I'm in this much pain as I looked on Wednesday, I think it was, because that was a bit ridiculous. It is what it is, right? So anyway, Getting to Know You is actually not going to be that long. I know I end up saying that every week and it ends up being longer, but I love how much you guys are interacting with me as far as letting me know what your favorite things are on Monday and Wednesday, and then of course answering the question that I asked on last Friday for the subscriber of the week. I love your answers, and you guys are really interacting with me. We don't have there weren't a lot of questions or tips, ideas, that type of thing to really go over. So I'm going to go over a couple of things that I have, and then we're going to do the tick marks for what your favorite season was, as well as what your favorite item was on Monday's tour of Picasso's Moon, and then what your favorite items were on Wednesday with the small businesses. And then I will go ahead and announce the subscriber of the week for last week. Today I'm not going to have a multiple choice question like I did last week, because there's actually going to be a multiple choice question in tomorrow's video on Monday. And I know you guys are going to want to make sure to watch tomorrow's video and answer that multiple choice question, because, well, you guys are going to want to watch it. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, and you all know when I ask questions, right? Like the multiple choice questions for real anyway. Yeah. So, so we're just going to go over this stuff, and then I'll go ahead and announce last week's subscriber of the week, and I think that's all I have for today. Now, as far as for entering subscriber of the week for this week, just let me know what changed. It was today. Today's a day that's different, and it should be relatively obvious. I kind of did it that way intentionally, so that for those that it's either harder or you're just not into seeing what changed, that it was kind of obvious. But feel free to, like I said, I love that everybody, so many of you guys entered last week's subscriber of the week by answering the question and also letting me know what changed on the scape, and I was so ridiculously excited, you have no idea. All right, so let's get on to Getting to Know You. Oh, first, Angela had asked when I mentioned about the cubbies and doing it either on top or on the side, my third set of shelves. She said, could I just move the camera over and have the shelving unit on the side? Yes, I'm likely not going to do it above because of safety reasons. I have Miley, and she oftentimes runs around and stuff, and she doesn't typically run into these shelving units, but I would hate for that to happen. And even though I can secure it to the wall, as far away from the wall it needs to end up being, I don't know how that'll end up looking and working out. So I am going to end up doing it next to this shelving unit over here. But if you think about it, you're really, these are right here are going to be the two extra, like it's going to end up being an extra row of, or an extra column of cubbies on each side right here. So you are still gonna, they're still gonna be cut off a little bit, but probably not as much as if it were up above. So it'll work out, and you guys will be able to see hopefully more yarn. I still need to obviously put it together, but I will get to that, I promise. So that was that question. And then I meant to look this up, and then I forgot because I wasn't going to end up asking it on here because I'm like, you're such a dork. You can look it up yourself. But I was going through, I don't know if you guys remember, a while ago, I believe it was Adele bought me a large box of the Ahmad tees. And there were different, like each, they were like, I think like 4 smaller boxes in this larger box. And 2 of the boxes were like the fruity teas, and you all know I love fruity teas and berries in particular, but any kind of fruity teas. And I was going to ask you guys if anybody knows, I know Ahmad has a bunch of different like passion fruit and a bunch of different, I just love that tea, besides getting loose leaf tea from David's. But I am working on an affiliate link though with them, which would also give you guys a coupon if you guys wanted to try them. But anyway, that's a separate thing. But I was going to ask you guys if you knew if they had like the larger box, like the one Adele had gotten me, but that was all fruity or berry flavors. And then I'm like, you dork, just look it up yourself. Why do you keep asking everybody? Just look it up. You have the ability to look up these things. So I still had it on my notes because I didn't look it up. But anyway, so yeah, I guess there's no reason for me to ask you that question because I can look it up. But I do have 2 prayer requests, please. Prayer requests or positive thought requests. One is for our friend at the office. He had the surgery to remove the cancer in his colon, and the doctors believe they got it all. And you know, but he does have, I think, like a 3-week recovery period ahead of him. So if you guys can keep him in your prayers or in your thoughts, I would greatly appreciate it. As for him to have, for them to have gotten all of the cancer, as well as it being a speedy, well, not necessarily speedy, but that he recovers completely, and that there aren't that nothing else comes up. And then my mom and I, well, she's, I guess, technically my mom's friend, but I also know her. If you guys could keep her in your prayers and your thoughts also. She recently found out that she has a mat, or they don't know what it is exactly, but on her thyroid. And she's just really anxious because she doesn't know what it is, and being over a certain age, things are a little bit different when it comes to the thyroid than when you're younger. So she's just really anxious. If you guys can just keep her in her prayers for her to keep her strength up and her positivity up, and that it ends up being nothing, or something that can be taken care of with medication, or, you know, something like that. I would greatly, greatly appreciate it. And you guys are amazing prayer warriors, so I know you guys got this. So thank you in advance very much. And then I already told you guys about subscriber of the week. I'll announce the winner in a little bit, and you guys enter by letting me know what changed on the Scape, because today was the day that it changed. And then I did want to let you guys know, you all know that I have affiliate links in the description box below, as well as referral links and coupon codes to different small businesses. I did want to let you know, Miley, no. I did want to let you know that with my Amazon affiliate links, I did add the silver solution that I told you guys I use and I spray as like kind of a preventative and disinfectant type thing. As well as that silver hand cream that I told you I use, that really makes a difference for me, which nothing ever does, but that really does help. I haven't been using it regularly, and I really need to, because with doing Uber Eats, I'm always cleaning my hands with, even though it's my own handmade or homemade hand sanitizer, it's still, you know, massive, or, you know, like high levels of alcohol. So it does still dry it out a bit, so I really need to be using my silver cream. But I did add those 2 links in the description box below. They are affiliate links, so I would make a small percentage if you shopped through those links. And for those of you that don't know how Amazon affiliate links work, and I know a lot of us channel creators have them, if you click on the link, you don't have to buy whatever's in that link. Once you click on that link, anything you purchase while in that link within a 24-hour period of time will count towards whoever's affiliate link it is, and they would get a small percentage off of whatever it is you ordered. So even though it may be the Silver Solution hand cream, if you clicked on that and you didn't end up buying that, but you bought a TV and some yarn and crochet hooks and a mattress and whatever, I know I'm intentionally being like extreme here. But regardless of what it is that you purchased, as long as you make the purchase within 24 hours of opening that link, I would make a small percentage of it, or whoever's channel it is that you shopped through, they would make a small percentage of that. And I greatly appreciate it when you guys do that. There are a couple of you that tend to use my links periodically, and I greatly appreciate it. But I just wanted to let you know I did add those 2 down there because I know I showed you both of those things on one of my lives, I believe it was, and a couple of you guys were interested, and I kept forgetting to put the links down there, but they are down there now. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. I will definitely answer them. And then with Patreon, I am very close to completing it. I was second guessing whether or not I wanted to do the Patreon because I know I'm kind of late in the game. When we had that big boom in a bunch of channels that started in the fiber arts community back like last year, mid last year, a lot of people jumped on to doing memberships and memberships or Patreon accounts once they reached. Well, actually, with the Patreon, you didn't have to wait to be monetized. But anyway, a bunch of people went ahead and jumped in and did that and had that to offer. And I was feeling really bad thinking, okay, well, I know several people have mentioned they would really like to be able to support my channel in a way that it would directly impact me versus, shopping through a link or using a coupon code that I got you guys, which doesn't really do anything for me, that type of a thing. And I absolutely love the fact that there are a couple of you, several of you that are interested in that. Thank you so much. But I kind of was feeling bad because I'm thinking, okay, what if these same people are, supporting a couple other channels? If it became a thing where, well, I have to drop one of these other channels to be able to support her, I was feeling really guilty. I was having an internal conflict where I'm like, I don't really want to take away from somebody else so that they can support me. And I had the conversation with a couple of people, and you guys were like, listen, you can't worry about that. If somebody wants to be able to support you and they make that decision, that's their decision. It's not your fault. And plus, there are other people out there that may not be, members of other channels that would like to be a member of yours. So just do it so that you can open it up for anybody who is interested. So I just want to let you know that's kind of why I haven't done it yet, because I was really sitting there and I'm like, ugh, I don't want to take away from anybody else, but yet I want to be able to offer it. So I am going to finalize it. I'm hoping in the next week. It was just the part where I've been kind of stalled at was the merch that I'm trying to create through there as one of the levels that you could get. It won't be like my sparkle shirt or bag, because that's a separate thing that you can get through me privately, but it'll be other things that I'm trying to create. So I am going to work on it. I am going to go ahead and publish it hopefully soon. And but I just wanted to share that with you to let you know I'm not just not doing it or being lazy or whatever the case is. There was a reason why it hasn't been up yet. And then I did want to thank those of you who shared your birthday months with me. Thank you so much. I have added you to, if I have your address, I've added when your birthday is in my address book. If I don't have your address, I have reached out to you asking you for your address so that I can add you for my Christmas card list, which is my primary list. But then, of course, I would also put a little mark on there when your birthday is. And I'm really excited to get a birthday book soon, which will be awesome also. And then, yeah, so thank you. And also thank you for those of you that have given me other channel creators birthday months as well. That has helped me out also, because I mean, I'm so far behind on watching videos that the idea that Chris gave me, as much as I would love to be able to do it, I just don't have the time to watch videos, much less search. But thank you, Chris. It was a fabulous idea. She's like, you know, there are a lot of channel creators do announce or mention when their birthdays are, so I could go, if there are certain channels that I want to go to that I want to know their birthday, I could go to their channel and search for a birthday video, and then that way I would, but like she said, that's a really time consuming thing. But it is a great idea, and why I didn't think of that, I don't know. But I did want to thank you, Chris, for that. So I am going to kind of work on that when I have a spare minute, which you all know is kind of rare for me. But I am going to work on that, and I did want to thank you for that idea, because I really seriously didn't even think of it. Anyway, okay, so we are done with that. We're going to go ahead and do the tick marks for the 3 different things that I mentioned before. I did want to take a second. I don't know if any of our new subscribers are still here, but we have had several, or many, I should say, new subscribers in the last like 2 weeks roughly, maybe a little bit longer than that, like I think like 40 or 45 new subscribers. So welcome. I'm so happy you guys are here. You have been very sweet with your comments. I'm so happy that, you know, you guys are enjoying my content. But welcome, and of course welcome back to all of my, whether it's you've only been here a short time, medium length of time, or all of you that have been here since the beginning, because there are several of you that have been here with me since the beginning. Welcome back to all of you. And if you are new and you're still here, I would love it if you'd consider hitting the subscribe button down below, as well as the notification bell next to that. And if you all would be willing to give this video a thumbs up, as well as comment and share, I would greatly appreciate it. And I will put up in the cards the video to my almost 1,250 subscriber giveaway that I have going, for anybody that is new and you end up subscribing. If you're interested in hopping in for that, that would be awesome. Once we hit 1,250 subscribers, I will go ahead and do the drawing from that video. So yeah, anyway, let's get back on to doing the tick marks. So tick mark, oh my goodness, I was moving some stuff with my mom earlier, and I like jacked up my shoulder somehow. I don't know exactly what, like it's like the back of my arm and my shoulder. Not quite sure what happened, but evidently I also, my hip and my back, I just moved my hip I just moved my hip. It wasn't even in a weird way, but yeah. Anyway, wake up call. I forgot to bring my water, and I am so totally dry mouth. It's not funny. Oh, in my thumbnail, you may have noticed me holding up a star, and I wanted to show you this because this is something I made. Normally I would have, in grammar school, I always used to put not only my full name with my middle name spelled out on the back of anything that I made. I also put the grade that it was, but I didn't do that in this case, and I just have my first name. And it looks like I was probably a little bit older. I'm guessing like 4th, 5th grade, or maybe not. It could have even been 3rd grade still. But I just wanted to show you how I was still all about the bling even when I was a child, because, and I meant to actually fill this in with more of the sequins. I still have the sequins that I used back, whatever, 35 years ago, maybe longer. But I made this star, I don't know what I was making, but it's got all the sequins on there. So I was all about the bling. When I tell you guys I love bling, ever since I was a child, I've always loved bling and colorful. This isn't colorful, but I was going through a ton of stuff that's at my mom's house from when I was a child, a baby. Even my mom found stuff from when she was a child, and I was going through all this artwork and all these like homeschool assignments and stuff like that. Yeah, colorful, like, I mean, fish or dogs were all colors of the rainbow. I mean, it was just like, yeah, all colorful. But I wanted to share that with you. So that was when I was really, really, really young. Okay, anyway, let's get back to the tick marks, and then I'll go ahead and announce subscriber of the week, and then get on to my next video. Shh, I didn't say that, right? No. I am going to change shirts, though, so that it's not screaming. Anyway, so tick marks. From getting to know you last week, I asked, what is your favorite season? And that was your entry. You could answer that, or let me know what, or let me know what changed on the scape. And that was going to be your entry into subscriber of the week for last week. Well, for seasons, and I'm basically right there with you with all of it. Winter was the least popular with 2 tick marks. Now, when it comes to Florida, my favorite season is winter, because we have like 2 weeks of really, well, actually this year we had a little bit more of cooler weather, but still our winter, yes, there are days that will get as low as like maybe 48 degrees as a high, but that doesn't last long. Normally it's like in the 50s and stuff, with lows that could get even into like high 30s. But for winter, for Florida, winter is my favorite. I also like fall too, and spring, because I do like when everything is, the flowers are starting to grow, the birds are coming out to sing, everything like that. Fall, we don't necessarily have like a big change of colors like you do up north, but it is starting to not be as oppressive of a heat. Again, still, it doesn't last necessarily that long, but when it comes to up north, though, because I'm from Chicago originally, I would say spring and fall would be my favorites, because fall, the changing of the leaves and everything else, and all the beautiful colors out there, plus the crispness in the air. I do love winter and I love snow, but I grew up there, but I never actually had to like actively and on a full-time basis drive in the snow, so I can't really, it's a little bit different for me, but I did love the winters. But I would say fall and spring for up north. But anyway, so winter was last with 2 tick marks, and then next was summer with 6 tick marks, and a lot of times it was because people really like the warmth wherever it is that they are from, or it was a special time like grandkids. That's when the grandkids would come around. There were obviously reasons for why they like summer. Then next was spring with 8 tick marks, and a lot of it was because everything is starting to grow again, and the colorful, things are really bright and colorful for the flowers and everything like that. And then the winter was fall with 10 tick marks, because change of scenery. That's what I was trying to think of before, not just the color change of scenery. Anyway, and the crispness in the air, it's starting to get cool. You're starting to get ready for the holidays, all that kind of stuff. And like bonfires, the smell of, the fireplaces and the bonfires and that kind of thing. So that was awesome. Thank you all so incredibly much for entering subscriber of the week by answering that question, which of course I didn't prepare in advance. It was something I just had to come up with on the fly. But yeah, thank you so much. And that's why I was saying, because you all know I like to do like thought-provoking or think outside the box type multiple choice questions when it comes to entering anything of mine. And if I honestly, it takes me a while to really think about the ones that I've done. So weekly has been kind of like oh my gosh, like it's frying my brain even thinking about doing it weekly. But I do have a multiple choice question for tomorrow's video. And remember, we're doing a tour, but we're not doing a Let's Talk Fiber tomorrow. It's just going to be something that I am going to be announcing with a multiple choice question. And those of you that have been with me for a while know where I'm going with this. And you all know it's March. So anyway, so just make sure to watch tomorrow's video in its entirety and answer the question. Okay, so let's get back onto tick marks for Picasso's Moon, which was Monday's video. You guys let me know what your favorite thing about it was. And your your comments on Monday and Wednesday's videos, letting me know what your favorite is. Remember, is your automatic entry into a future surprise giveaway that will never be announced until I actually announce the winner and show you what you won. So anyway, Picasso's Moon. Now, as you guys know, when it comes to you telling me what your favorite is on any of the store tours, there are oftentimes multiple, many different things that people have liked because people notice different things. So there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 different things. And really, it's only like 1 or 2 tick marks for each, except for one of them. So the ones that had only 1 tick mark was the purple yarn that I showed in the video. Then that chair that was piled up with yarn, that had 1 tick mark. The rainbow yarn that I showed had 1. All of the knitted throws had 1. The blue and ocean colored yarns that I showed had 1 tick mark. And then the last one was the fringed shawl in the window that I showed. That had 1 tick mark. And then next were the 2 tick marks. That was the boucle yarn. I think I'm saying that right? Boucle, or is it boucle? I think it's boucle. But the boucle yarn that I showed towards the front, there were 2 tick marks. Reggie actually was like, I think that's probably the one thing I would have got. That's what she would have ended up getting from that store had she been there. So I know it was beautiful, wasn't it? Anyway, okay, so that was 2 tick marks. Then the woven items in general, but specifically the pillows, had 2 tick marks. And then the mohair that I showed you guys at the end after the actual tour, that had 2 tick marks, which I don't have it in the cubby because I don't know how I'm going to fit it in there since they're cakes without taking up like a ton of space and then not having room for other stuff. So I'm going to play that one by ear. I'll see about possibly maybe squeezing it in here, even though this is a KnitCrate cubby. But I may try to work it in where it fits there. I don't know yet. But anyway, so that had 2 tick marks. And then the winner of Picasso's Moon was just everything. The entire store and the uniqueness of it and just everything in general was the winner with 6 tick marks, which that does not surprise me. And so many of you, Deborah, who's the owner of the shop, she watched the video. I believe she actually watched the video, but I know I told her how you got to check out the comments because everybody just loved how unique and just really innovative her store is. And she said, thank you so incredibly much. She really appreciates it. And yeah, so I'm happy that she's happy with having seen it. I haven't gotten responses from some of the other stores though, because I had sent them the link, but I haven't gotten responses from a couple of them. So I need to reach out to them and make sure they received it. But anyway, all right, so then tick marks for the small businesses on Wednesday, which was the Mason Creations yarn. Oh, crap. I forgot to, where did I put it? Oh, I put it away and I didn't take that one out. I forgot to show you guys the hank that I pulled out from the ones that she donated for giveaways. I picked 1 out and then 2 are actually going into something that's going to be announced maybe tomorrow. I think maybe that's the day I mentioned, right? Anyway, and then the other couple are going to be going towards the surprise giveaways, 1 per month. So anyway, but we had Mason Creations monthly yarn of the month yarns, and then Mace of Skeins, which was ouchie. Was it this one? Yeah. This one right here, which is the Surrey alpaca and silk, so similar to my mohair ones. Ouchie. Anyway, so, and then the other option was everything, like both of them were what you liked. And then, yeah, so anyway, the least amount of tick marks was actually someone who went on to Mason Creations Etsy shop and found a couple that were her favorites there. So that got 1 tick mark, but that was for the Ice Princess, the Grinch Green yarn, and the Monarch. Those were the names of the colorways, I believe, from Mason's Creations. Those got 1 tick mark. And then the next one was everything. You liked Mason Creations and Mace of Skeins, and if you went onto their websites and you just loved everything, that was with 5 tick marks. Next was Mace of Skeins with 9 tick marks. You guys loved the hank that I showed you, but several of you follow her on her YouTube channel because Macy does have a YouTube channel. And you guys follow her on there and you just love her stuff, but you did love that particular hank. So that was 9 tick marks. And then the winner was Mason Creations yarn with 12 tick marks. And that was absolutely loving the yarn. Ouch. Oh yeah, it's right. I think that's the one right there. And I think the other one's behind the card. But you absolutely loved the yarn of the month. You loved the colorway and the uniqueness between the 2 hanks that was mentioned. Plus having gone on to her Etsy shop and just really liking her colorways. So that is it as far as our tick marks for last week. Thank you again so incredibly much for letting me know what your favorite items are. Even though I can't, sometimes I'll remember what someone specifically said as far as what their favorite color is or whatever, and I will jot down things like that when I remember. Oh man, I forgot to Chris to tell you what it was that I said hold the presses. Oh, okay, sorry. That was a private message to Chris. Well, I guess not private because this is going to the world, but you know what I mean, right? Anyway, Chris, I will email you. What was I saying? Oh, for letting me know what your favorite items are. Even though, like I said, I will try sometimes to remember off the top of my head what responses were from who, but obviously I can't remember what everybody said is their favorite. But as a whole, I'm getting to know just in general, well, a lot of people kind of go towards more neutrals and that kind of thing, but there is this group that loves the bright and colorful and sparkly like I do, that type of thing. I'm really enjoying kind of getting to know you guys more just in general as far as the types of things you guys like. It's really exciting to me because I have gotten to know many of you privately, not privately in person like we've met, but well, other than Tammy with Twisted Stitches and Rosie with Rosie M, but we've spoken privately more often, but just in general getting to know you guys more, and I just feel like I have more of a connection with everybody that's watching my videos, which to me is really important. So anyway, now on to announcing last week's subscriber of the week, which I almost forgot to do, but the winner of last week's subscriber of the week is, congratulations, Felicia G. I am so excited for you, and I know I don't have your address, so if you wouldn't mind sending me your mailing address to my email, which is across the screen, natalies.closet@yahoo.com. If you can go ahead and send me your address, I will go ahead and send out your card and set of stickers as your congratulations for being my subscriber of the week. And it was really exciting to actually have somebody that, because we've had a lot of people that have won multiple times, but now that I'm starting to also add the multiple choice question, I think we're going to have some more people entering. So that's really exciting, because the whole point of why I started subscriber of the week is to be able to say thank you to those of you that actually interact with my channel. You guys watch my videos normally from start to finish, I believe, at least it seems like that, as well as commenting and just interacting and really showing support, which I really, really, really greatly appreciate. And of course, watching the ads, which you guys are awesome. So thank you for that, as well as shopping the links that I have in the description box below, using the coupon codes that I try to get you guys, as well as some of my affiliate links. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are all awesome. But Felicia, please email me with your address so I can get your card out. I'm gonna go. I haven't been having any issues with people not getting back to me, because for the most part I think I've had everybody's address that has won. at least recently, but I'm going to go ahead and say I'll give you until next Friday. Well, I guess that's not fair since this is coming up on Sunday, but yeah, I'll give you until Sunday in this particular case to respond to me. I had picked somebody else before that, but I couldn't confirm that they were a subscriber. And anything that I do as far as any kind of a giveaway or whatever, I do ask that you be a subscriber and that I can verify that you are one. So they must have had their list on private, which didn't allow me to see that she was subscribed. So I did do a second draw, and that was you, Felicia. So I'll give you until next Sunday, which is the 7th, I believe, to send me your address. If I don't hear from you by then, I will have to draw another winner. But typically, if I see you end up commenting on something, I'll ask if you watched the video or whatever. But I know I should be helping, but I want everybody that is a winner to win. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It did get longer than I thought, which is what always happens. I say there's not really much stuff to cover, and then I end up blabbing for ever and ever and ever and a day. But Fridays are really more of my podcast where we I kind of just chit chat with you guys a little bit more than going over specific things, which I chit chat there too, but you know what I mean. So have a great night. Remember, you're going to want to watch tomorrow's video and watch it in its entirety and answer the multiple choice question that I have in there. Wink, wink. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend and that you all are staying safe and healthy. Thank you all so much for all of your thoughts and prayers and for your wishes for my mouth to feel better. I'm hoping after tomorrow is probably going to be rough. Like I said, both sides of my mouth are going to get worked on to some extent. And with me, Novocaine and nerve blocks and stuff don't really last long. Nerve blocks typically last, and even the best and newest ones on the market, I haven't had last more than 9.5 minutes. But so they really have to numb me up, and I end up panicking because I feel so swollen internally from the numbness that I feel like I can't breathe anymore, but I keep forgetting that I can breathe through my nose. So for a small amount of time, I end up freaking out because I'm like, oh my God, I can't breathe. And then I start breathing through my nose. And for the most part, it's okay. But I do not like going to the dentist. But even though, as much as I don't like going to the dentist, I'm looking forward to going to the dentist to ease the pain. He did call in an antibiotic because I know there's an infection on this side. And even though these days, it's kind of gone by the wayside as far as needing an antibiotic before dental work when you've had any kind of surgeries and you have metal in your body and stuff, which I have a metal plate in my neck. But I still request it because I'd rather just be safe than sorry. But because I know there's an infection in here, as much as it hurts, he was like, yeah, absolutely. For Friday, I texted him Friday night or Friday evening because they had closed early and I forgot about it. And he's like, absolutely, I'm calling it in right now. He's like, let's get it on board. He's like, I don't want that spilling into your system, whatever. So at least I had a couple of days of antibiotics, so I'm grateful for that. But anyway, what I was saying is thank you so much for your thoughts and your prayers for my mouth pain to hopefully have subsided. But that was when you guys thought my appointment was last Wednesday, which it had to get changed. So anyway, back to my goodbyes, which are 10 minutes long. I hope you guys had a great weekend, and I wish you guys an awesome coming week. Stay safe and healthy. Miley says hi and bye to her peeps. Remember, for every season, there's a reason to crochet. Love, hugs, and prayers to everybody. Extra prayers for those who need it. Remember, if you need extra prayers but don't want to talk about it publicly, feel free to email me, message me, DM me, PM me. However it is you can get a hold of me, feel free to do so. Let me know, and I will absolutely add you to my prayer list, as will my mom. And thank you for the prayers for our friend at work and our other friend as well. Thank you in advance for that. And yeah, I think I covered everything. Anyway, remember, watch tomorrow's video in its entirety, and I hope you enjoy it. So have a great night. I love you guys dearly, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.